I know it's only February, but I think that there are a couple of programs that already, based on their off seasons, warrant some nice, positive championship discussions, Garrett. And I think the first team that I have already been cautioned out the wazoo from social media is the Texas Tech Red Raiders. I am buying stock in Texas Tech. Now, if you are finding our show for the first time here in year 4, let me give you some background as to why that's so dangerous based on historical precedent. 2 years ago, Texas Tech was the new kid on the block, right? All of a sudden, maybe everything's going to run through Lubbock. We're really excited about what the Red Raiders are doing, what they're building. They're flashy. Didn't work out. Didn't get to Arlington, win a Big 12 title. Last year, we bought in, you and Trey, just
Yep.
leading the charge for the Red Raiders. Oh, this is the year. There's no big power that's established in the Big 12.
Here they come.
It is guns up time in Lubbock. Didn't happen. We had
No.
some great wins.
Strike two
Against Iowa State. Heck yeah. Going up to Ames and winning that one, but then you get blown out by the hometown kid, Sawyer Robertson and Baylor. And it's been those head-scratching losses. The loss to Colorado at home when, boy, you felt like you had them in the box. That have kept the Red Raiders from reaching that potential that we've set for them over these last 2 seasons. But that's the bad. Chuck it all out the window because 2025, it's a new year. First of all, Texas Tech went and they decided, you know what? We're going to spend $10 million in the transfer portal to bring in guys that we think can win a championship. In fact, the mantra from the front office and an actual quote from James Blanchard, the GM for the Red Raiders, he said, quote, "If a transfer can help us win, let's go all in." He and Joey McGuire talking about offseason strategy, what they're going to do. And they also have their biggest booster, an oil baron out there, just sold his company. It's like Double Eagle Oil or something like that. $4.2 billion. So they're completely.
That's about 4.2 more than I have. I'll tell you that much.
They are incredibly stocked in the war chest, and they spent $10 million of that. Originally, their goal was $5 million, and then basically they just kept throwing money out there, and players kept accepting it. So suddenly we double it. We got $10 million. Behren Morton, quarterback, finally healthy for most of last season. We started to see him put the pieces together for a Red Raider team that was in desperate need of a quarterback to play the whole season, to show what they've got, to give that offense some stability, right? Behren Morton started to provide that. Now, Taj Brooks, leading rusher all time at Texas Tech, he's gone. But they bring in Quentin Joyner from USC to come in and replace that. Whole field. Joyner's going to be an excellent piece. They get elite edge rushers and Romello Height and Mike Green from Marshall. Mike Green, maybe you're not familiar with that name. He's a first-round prospect in next year's draft class right now. So they go out and they get quarterback hunters. That's what they've really needed since Tyree Wilson left, right?
Yeah.
And was drafted by the Raiders. Oh, by the way, they bring in 2 of the best coordinators, young coordinators in the game, in Mac Leftwich and Sheil Woods, who completely revamped the Houston defense. Sam Kahn talked about that on our last episode. All I'm saying is the Big 12, yes, has a couple of good teams in it. But the Red Raiders are investing in building a program's foundation that it's got me a little hot and bothered. Now, I'm not projecting them to win the Big 12 right now. Do not hear that on February 24, 2025. This is not a stone cold lock. Go grab a Texas Tech future bet. I am saying start to nibble. If you're going to diversify the portfolio, having a little of that Lubbock love out there, I think would be smart. So I'm going to take the Red Raiders as a team that I'm buying stock in.
Mitch, all I was hearing was that Stone Cold soundbite from a couple years ago. I was just hearing that the whole way. I was like, "Come on, Mitch, tell them how." No, it's a great pick, and honestly, like I don't want to do it again. It's just kind of like I feel like I've been hurt too many times by these Red Raiders, and I'm like, no, I don't want to believe. It's the meme of is it Endgame when Hawkeye's standing there? It's like, "Don't give me hope." He's just no, don't do it. That's all that I'm seeing right now. But look, they've done a really good job. You clearly chalked it up. They've done great in the portal. And I think the bigger thing for me is just how much has left from the Big 12. Like, there's been a lot of players that have mattered to a lot of these teams leave, right? Ollie Gordon's gone. Cam Scadaboo's gone. Just about everybody at Kansas is gone. They're clearing out the cupboards there. I don't know if it matters if Cam Rising is gone or not. I think he is, but I don't think it matters at this point. He's basically gone. He's passed from this earth peacefully or something. I don't know. You got up and down. It's just a lot of people that have lost a lot of players. And it's not that nobody's going to be good in the Big 12. It's not like they don't have other things. I think Arizona State's still going to be a formidable team as long as Sam Leavitt's the quarterback. But yeah, like, why not Texas Tech? They got a lot of things going the right direction when a lot of teams are going the wrong direction. I think that this is a great pick. I think there's a lot of momentum in Tech's favor, and the schedule sets up kind of nice for them too. There's not a whole lot of teams that I think are like a massive threat on their schedule. I don't like that trip to Tempe. I think that that's pretty dangerous. It's always dangerous going to Manhattan, Kansas. But outside of that, they get a bunch of games at home that, might be their tougher type of games. So I'm going to go with you a little bit on this one. I like Texas Tech.
Well, that was what kept me from going all in on them last year, was they had really tough road games. This year, it's a very soft non-conference schedule. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, who hasn't won a game in like 2 calendar years, in Oregon State. And then, it's probably a down Utah team with a head coach who's taken his farewell tour. You're at Houston, that I think is going to be a fun program, but you certainly should be ahead of what they're doing down there in Cougar Town. Kansas, we don't know. Arizona State, what's their new identity? Oklahoma State, like, we'll see how quickly do they pick up the pieces in Stillwater. And then, at Kansas State and home against BYU are probably their toughest 2 games there in early November. But you can look at that schedule and go, you know what? It could get fun. It could get fun for the Red Raiders. So anyway, just maybe monitor the situation. If you don't want to be on the cutting edge here, monitor the situation.
Set your notifications, right? But if the stock hits a certain price, you may want to think about buying.
That's right. So Red Raiders, I'm all in on.
Gracious him! How about